What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome to part 2 or episode 124 of my Ultimate Team Path to Power. This is part 2 of Packed Suicide, and that means that I'm going to be opening some more packs. You'll be seeing that on the screen. I think it's going to be down, no, maybe down this way. I'm not totally sure, but I'll be answering your questions. I asked you guys to give me some questions in the last episode that I can answer while we go through opening packs and looking for the best players out there. So let's get started with those questions. First one, and it had 48 thumbs up after just about 10 minutes of being up. Japes, did you do dirty talk with Rachel? Now, doing dirty talk is, I'm not quite sure what that's a reference to. Now, did I talk dirty or ask her to talk dirty to me? Now, there's an answer that I can give. Did I say talk dirty to me at some point to Rachel? The answer, most definitely yes. Now, did she? I don't really think so, but she did giggle, and so I guess talk dirty to me does have a place in the world amongst men and women. But if you guys are, you guys have played up some this crazy Japes and Rachel thing, and she is a very, very fun girl. But you guys gotta tone it back on the ridiculous comments that you leave on the Kig videos. They are so out of control at this point. Mind you, some of them crack me up, and I think my favorite one on the video was, "And that's how I met your mother," and that was pretty comical. But she is a very, very fun girl, and we will leave it at that. So, Japes, this is from X-Snipers Clans. Japes, would you ever visit Ireland, or do you have any Irish connections? Now, the answer to whether or not I would visit Ireland is a most definite yes. The answer to whether or not I have any Irish connections are essentially slim to none. I have a roommate who was actually born in Ireland. He lived there for like 6 months before he moved to the U.S., but he still has an Irish passport, doesn't have an Irish accent, nothing like that, but I would absolutely love to visit Ireland. And, notch that one off as places I've been to across the pond. How did you start making videos? This is from JR Ting. I started the first ever video that I made. I had a buddy that said, I want to see how good, and this is a guy I used to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 with. He said, I want to see how good you are at FIFA. I hear these things, but I want to see how good you are. So I was like, all right, I have free a couple hours this afternoon, so I'm going to spend an afternoon and put together some clips, and I'll upload it, and you can see it. Cool. So I uploaded the clips to the EA Sports Football World, downloaded them back onto my computer, pieced them together with Windows Movie Maker, and used a YouTube selected song, threw them in there, and voila. That was the first video that I ever made. It was terrible, but it was so much fun to do that I decided from that point, you know what, maybe I'll start doing this again. So that is kind of the way it started. Gabriel Anderson said, have you ever been to Sweden, and what is your favorite fruit? No, I have not been to Sweden, but I would love to go. I hear wonderful things about the smart girls there. And my favorite fruit would actually have to be clementines. And I was going to look if I had one around here. I only have pieces of one that I ate earlier, but they're starting to come into season, I think. Anyways, they were at the store, and they are delicious. They're like eating candy. So that's my favorite fruit for those of you that are wondering. Super FIFA Gamer HD says, is there anyone else that thinks Japes looks like Hazard? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I've heard it before. Generally, I get Casillas, but Hazard? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. I'm taller than he is, though, so maybe he looks like me. Is that the way that works? I don't think that's the way that works. Moving on. Stin Jensen FIFA question: what is the best thing about being a quote, or in parentheses, famous YouTuber? Now, I don't consider myself to be like a famous YouTuber. That's where KSI's at. He's doing stuff with like Rio Ferdinand, people that are famous in real life. That's when stuff gets crazy. Now, the best thing, though, about being a YouTuber in my position is I get to go on cool trips and go see cool things. Kick TV tournament in New York, the event in Vegas, been to London because of it, been to LA because of it, and been to Vancouver because of it. And that is all because of you guys and your incredible support. By far one of the best things. I love traveling, and so it works out just wonderfully for me. I'm going to do a quick time check here and see where we are at. All right, we got it. We've got plenty of time to answer these final few questions. All right, this is from Jakey GFX. Do you consider yourself a pro FIFA player? The answer to that, absolutely not. If I was a pro player, I would play only head-to-head, and I would focus on that all the time. Now, you have opportunities to win insane sums of cash as a pro FIFA player. 140,000 coins for the Virgin Gaming Tournament. That is unreal. On the other hand, you're really not going to win every time. And that's one of those things with FIFA that I think people fail to understand on a competitive level, is that FIFA is one of those games where the elite players are all still kind of close. There are guys at the version event that I've beaten before. Guys that finished, top 16 that I've played, held my own against, absolutely. Now, that's not to say that I'm, just as good as them, but on any given day, a person can do really well at FIFA. And FIFA still has these flaws that are, I guess, FIFA things that are kind of, like, what was that goalkeeper AI right there? Why did he punch that? Why didn't he just catch it? Things of that nature that make it a little bit unpredictable, which is the way real football is, and I have no problem with it as FIFA as a game, but it's a little bit tougher from a competitive aspect. So the answer is, though, to the question, no, I do not consider myself a FIFA pro. Moving on, the better half. Dear Japes, will you ever bring back your best series, Hybridism? I love your episodes from Ultimate Team 11, and just thinking about them makes me nostalgic. The answer to that is I can. Now, I'll need you guys to leave some more feedback on this video, along with more questions for me to answer in the next one if you guys do dig the Q&A style stuff. So leave me some more questions. The answer, though, is yeah, I can. Path to Power is a lot of hybrid squads and a lot of stuff where I, try to mix and match players from countries, nationalities, all sorts of things like that. But I can do a separate series where I only show highlight reel goals with a hybrid squad. So if that's something you guys want to see, let me know, and I will work on putting that together. Now I've got to be coming to a close of my time here. Yes, I'm over by about 40 seconds. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Leave some questions for me over the next time. If you did enjoy, like or thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.